Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, April 4th, 2017 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi. That is Mahalo. He just started as I started. And our energy mantra for today, besides meow, is I am the joy I wish to see in the world. And joy can be substituted with harmony, peace, or love, or any other word that you wish to be and see in the world. So today we are finishing off that cardinal cross energy with the moon in Cancer, meeting up with Uranus, squaring Uranus. For the most part, that energy is done and shifted for now until the moon makes its way into this energy and T-squares it, or not the moon, the sun, in a few days. But this Cancer moon, Uranus, Aries square is really interesting to me because they kind of have opposite energies. Moon wants to feel secure. Moon wants to feel comfort. And Uranus sees comfort and sees stagnation and is like, whoop, we're gonna toss that up into the air. So when we have this square, we have this just resistance. So it's gonna be good to look at your resistance on either end of that spectrum. The end of, well, I like to be comfortable and I don't really want to move from this place, but it doesn't really feel good anymore. It's not actually comfortable. It's just comfortable because it's what I know. That kind of suppression that we can bring ourselves. And then the Uranus side of things. Well, I need to change because, this isn't really working for me and I don't really like where I'm at. And instead of working with what you have and recognizing that what you have, where you're at, can be expanded. So it's looking which end of that spectrum, or maybe a little bit of both, are you working with and where are you finding that resistance? So that's how to work with that energy. And again, I encourage you to focus on, how do I find the joy in this? How do I find the harmony in this? How do I find the peace in this? How do I find the love in this? Uranus is so vibrational, and Cancer energy is and the moon energy is such a feeler. So if you can bring in that joy, bring in that peace, bring in that vibration, then you'll find yourself easily shifting, and it doesn't have to be the uncomfortable thing. Oh my gosh, we found balance in that. So, speaking of the feels, the moon in Cancer is then going to shift on and connect with Venus. Venus is retrograde in Pisces. Venus retrograde in Pisces is potentially bringing us up to old energies that need to be addressed. Old energies that can surround relationships, old energies around our talents, around our personal worth, around the beauty, the love, the peace, the harmony, joy that we came to bring into the world. I always quote Rumi when it comes to Venus stuff. Be the beauty that you wish to see in the world, or that's the Mimi paraphrase of it today. It's a little bit different, but that's basically how it's coming out today. How can you be your Venus? How can you bring this energy forth into this world? It's up to you about this. So we have that meeting. Process any of those feels, any of those emotions that come up. Again, this is not about suppression. This is about processing and release. So if these things are coming forth, notice them, recognize them, work with them. So we then have the moon shifting into Leo. Woo! Leo bringing forth the inner child, bringing up fire energy. So we're going to have all the fire signs activated. A little bit of grand trine fire energy working on and through us. Moon in Leo brings forth the inner child, creativity, love. Leo represents the heart. I really like to look at what chakras resonate with various signs, and when I get to Leo, I feel heart, and I feel solar plexus as well, because it's heart, the love that you give out to the world, but solar plexus is also the love that you give to yourself. It's your willpower, it's your light, it's letting your personal sun, your personal soul be seen in the world. So with this moon in Leo, we're going to have a meetup with Mercury in Taurus. So Mercury in Taurus is bringing forth that which we are thinking about. And, the worth of what we're thinking about. And you have to remember that what we think about is. Thoughts are more tangible than we give them credit for. So what you think about, what you believe, will influence your now. It'll influence your vibration where you're at now. It's going to influence, am I thinking about joyful things, or am I, dwelling on these old things? It's also going to influence your future, because what you think about happens. With Mercury and Taurus, what we're thinking about is building energy, especially as Mercury's preparing to go retrograde. Now, this connection is happening at 3 degrees. It is an expansive degree. What do you want to expand in your life through your thinking? And here I go again, back to I am the joy I wish to see in the world. I am the peace I wish to see in the world. I am the love I wish to see in the world. I am the play I wish to see in the world. It's up to you to get into this vibration and figure out what it is you want to expand through your thinking. The moon in Leo, of course, encourages the joy, the fun, the play. But there can be other things, even if it's just, I am the serenity I wish to see in the world, and bringing serenity into your thoughts and building yourself a nice foundation of that. Work with this energy. Work with what you need right now. Work with what your inner child needs right now through this energy. Now, the final 2 things I want to talk about, we have Mars in conjunct Jupiter. Mars in Taurus is like, hey, you got to still have the patience. You've got to still be in the process. This building thing, it takes time. It takes time to allow these things to come and land, manifest in the physical. Jupiter retrograde in Libra in conjunct this. What I'm getting, especially this is at 18 degrees, which is a 9, which is that degree of passion. It is Mars, it is action, it is completion. Don't get all twisted and caught up in your head. Something's not happening for me because I'm not worth it. This thing isn't happening because the universe is telling me no. You know, those crazy thoughts that we can get to. This is requiring patience. It's requiring you to sit, marinate, that's the word I'm getting, marinate in this energy that you want to bring in, and then give the universe time to get through it. Here it is. Do I have this card? Yes, of course I do. Sitting and marinating in it in order to let your garden grow. Here we are. We're sitting, marinating in the energy of this new vision. This is traditionally the Hanged Man card in traditional tarot. So it's like, yeah, you still have to sit here, wait. The Hangman card's also about having another perspective, you know, so hold the space because you may be getting more information through. This doesn't mean it's not happening. It's just having the courage to allow the things to happen, to not be controlling the universe, letting the universe infiltrate, fulfill its part of the deal. It's part of the bargain. This isn't laziness, however. This is work. It is work to keep bringing yourself back. I think laziness is kind of the path where you're like, that's not working, I'm moving on. That's not working, I'm moving on. That's kind of that Uranus energy. Oh, things have to change because this isn't working out. No. Find the energy, find the vibration, and let yourself work from that place. Now, the final card I have is the Tower in reverse. And what I'm getting with this, or Thunderbolt in reverse, your thoughts may go here, especially with that uncomfortable feeling in the morning with the moon squaring Uranus, with the moon trining Venus. We also have Saturn preparing to go retrograde tomorrow. So you may want to dive back into these old things and ruminate on them and think about them and like, what's really true and what really happened and all those things. Is this serving you? I mean, it might. To be fair, it could serve you to go into those things and look, is there a deeper lesson for me? Be willing to ask yourself, if this kind of stuff comes up, old feelings of this, is there a lesson in this for me? If there's not, let it go. If there is, then take it and then find your way back to this joy, peace, harmony, love, play, vibration. Don't get complacent and find yourself sitting in the woe is me energy. And to help us in this, I love this animal today. I've got Stingray, developing confidence, a sense of self or a spine. And the spine, that's our foundation energy. It says the stingray represents a pivotal point in personal growth. The moment has come where the stingray must decide between the old, the easy, comfortable, familiar, and the new, the challenging, uncomfortable, unfamiliar. How interesting. Pressure from family and friends makes the decision even more complicated. No matter what choice is made, it's inevitable that this dilemma will surface again and again, as the force of Dharma growing within the stingray is too strong to ignore. There's that Dharma word that we were talking about the other day. In balance, eager, wants to grow. Out of balance, blames other, quits. To bring into balance, move through this discomfort. To bring into balance, find your own personal foundation of joy, love, peace, harmony that can give you a sense of support in whatever it is you need to move through personally in and through this energy and this day. So that's it for today. Book a reading if you want to dive in deeper. Tomorrow we will get into Saturn retrograde. The last Saturn retrograde is Sagittarius. Woo! So that's it for today. Book a reading. I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.